Hello, footies, and welcome to Foot in Review. We are the number one independent EAFC podcast, bringing you 2 shows a week. Available, of course, on all podcast platforms around the world, including now on Amazon Music. And, of course, as a fully produced video show on YouTube and Spotify. And, of course, if you can spare a few bucks and join our loyalty programs and get some free merchandise while at it, visit patreon.com/Foot in Review, or of course footinreview.com. And while you're at it, you get a free invite for a super close community and get that invite to the Discord server. And on that note, let's shout out to our Patreon Skybox owners, of course, Paul, Amar, Arsham, Mario, and Peter. And now it's time on this beautiful Friday night to get this show started. Hi footies, it's me, it's John, I'll be your host today, and welcome to episode 544. It's 2 more weeks or 4 more episodes, 3 more episodes actually, before it's time for EAFC. It is Friday, and as you are used to, it's been a while though, but he's back. The man, the myth, the legend, our own Norwegian Indiana Jones, the king of the North, Mr. FIFA database, the foot gaffer. It's none other than Ingve.
Hello, and good evening.
Hello, my friend. Welcome back. It's been far too long, and you are wearing a sweater. It is 41 degrees here. What's up in Norway?
We only have 18 degrees here, so I'm good. It's nice and chill inside, so good.
No, that's better. At least you have some, you don't have the tendency to go outside now. Means you can do a lot of SBCs, which you might have to do.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, are you getting ready for EAFC? Are you getting mad ready, I should almost say?
I'm quite relaxed. I think that's been working well for me the last few years. Just don't try to look for news and leaks and things like that. Just chill and wait for everything official, and still have fun collecting cards in the current game, which I do, which I find fun as well. So I still manage to play some matches and test those new players. So I'm kind of relaxed still. When it maybe after next week, I'll start getting a little bit more eager. So carefully optimistic at the moment.
But not mad ready yet.
Not mad yet, no.
If you're wondering why is John keeping on about being mad ready, I think we can safely say now, Ingve, the first promotion in FIFA, or EAFC, damn, I almost was getting there. First promotion in EAFC is going to be the Nike Mad Ready promotion. And actually, it looks like it's starting on early release on September 22 as well. We got 2 official cards being released, but without stats, so we're not going to really go through it. You don't take a break before the new game starts, do you?
No, but I don't play as many matches as I usually do. So, but I'm
just 60 a week. That's it.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm playing some objective matches, a few qualifiers for the weekend just for fun. Play a few weekending matches just to be able to do the qualifiers again. Just chilling, testing new players, just for fun. No stress at all. So that's fine.
That's nice. That's almost like a video game should be. No stress, just for fun.
Yeah, that's the way to go for me now.
It's a good way to go. Ingve, we do have some FIFA 23 content, and of course we won't want to dismiss this because there's lots of 99s, including one special 99, which I think you will be mentioning in the last. But where do you want to start on today's content?
Well, we can start on, I think we'll start on the easy part maybe, the dynamic duos. You get a 99 rated Nkunku or Diaby, both playing in the Premier League, of course, and you only need a 9. Well, it's not only, but considering how easy it is to get the high rated cards, it's only a 99 rated squad for each of them. So 92.
I thought you said 99 rated.
Yeah, they're 99 rated. 99 rated Nkunku, 99 rated Diaby, and you need a 92 rated SBC squad to unlock them. And And Kunku is, of course, double 5-star, high medium work rates. Looks like a great card. And Diaby, of course, is also 99 rated. He's also double 5-star and high medium work rates. Of course, he's been a really fun card for quite a while. So I need to try this one as well. Should be fun.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you can go wrong with either of these, right?
No, I think that's kind of good value for cards, unlocking those two. So yeah, I think that's good.
Honestly, this is what you want 2 weeks before the new game starts. Players that are playing for fun, enjoying themselves. You want those amazing cards for fairly cheap. I remember us getting a 99 Ronaldo 2 years ago for 14 SBCs in total, something. It's a little bit on the high side. But everyone did that card and you could just use it for a couple of weeks. These two cards are the same, right?
Yep.
Just 1092 rated team. Use those cards. Enjoy last or maybe the semi-last Wicked League, I guess.
Yeah.
Perfect, right?
Yeah, I think those are very good SPCs to get now, and hopefully we'll get a few more as well. There's been some interesting transfers because these are, of course, in their new clubs in Aston Villa and Chelsea. So
don't matter for chemistry though. Just putting it out there. I keep going at it.
Yeah, it's fun.
99 rated Kunku. You can play him off cam. It's fine.
I think it should be fine until it came out. And of course, we got a big banger of an SPC as well. People were talking about R9 SPC, but well, we got the CR7 SPC, the footies one, and well, I think it's a new record with 42 sections.
42, yes.
42 sections, yeah. So it's not going to be done in 5 minutes. And of course,
462 players you just need.
Yeah. My advice would be to do at least the 94 plus footies player pick before you do the SPC, in case you should be so lucky to pack him from one of those picks. It would be a little bit annoying to do 40 squads and then do the player pick and you get him there. So at least go with those 5 and then have fun doing the rest of the 42 ones if you don't pack him. So of course, it's
seriously though, we should always put it like this, but it's 42 SBCs.
42.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's too
I don't even
much.
have words for him.
It's 2 weeks left of the game and we get this. I think that's half would still be much, but acceptable.
Remember we were talking about Ronaldinho being a lot.
Yeah, that was only 33. So yeah, it seems like a lifetime ago almost.
I kept scrolling through it. It was 99, 91, 99, oh, now 92s. Still kept scrolling.
There's a few 93 rated squads to be done as well on this Cristiano Ronaldo SPC. So
okay, explain me why though, because I honestly don't get it. This card is also in packs. Is everything in packs now? Let me start with that. Is everything in packs now?
No. This is batch 2 of the preseason. So
we get another one next week.
Hopefully all. I hope there's not a batch 3. I hope we get all of them in packs next week. The Cristiano one was until today, so he's not in packs anymore. But you can get him from the 94 plus player pick, which we get 5 a day now. So
if I care too much about FIFA 23 at this stage of the game, right?
Yeah.
You know I'm not playing anymore. It makes me sad even when I'm not playing the game anymore. Because doing 42, if you start today, you are done before the week when the Wicked League finishes. If you have a live,
yeah,
that means there's just one Wicked League where you can actually sort of try him.
Yeah, that's why I said do the player pick first, just in case you get lucky, so you don't have to sit 5 to 10 hours to do this thing.
If you give 99 rated Diablos to anyone for relatively cheap, well, actually, anyone can do this now, right?
Yeah.
Probably. Why not toss an Ronaldo for everyone as well?
Yeah, I think it's kind of to protect the ones that bought him yesterday or today.
Yeah, but we're 2 weeks left. Who cares?
I know. I agree. 10 would be more than enough for me, but I still would think that was a good value. And
like the people that bought him, get him a quick sell for 10 million or 5 million or like
yeah, that would,
if you have the card, you quick sell him, it's 5 million. Who cares?
Yeah, that could be a way to do it as well. Yeah, there could be lots of solutions, but yeah.
It's 40 degrees here, 35 tomorrow. If I can choose sitting in the sun or trying to grind 42 SBCs to get a card which I might not even be able to use anymore, I'm actually disappointed. This podcast is going to be 42 SBCs. Oh boy, something like that. Because
oh boy,
I thought people were kidding, sending me a text. Oh, they've seen 42 SBCs. I thought they were talking about maybe 24 or something, right? Yeah. Which still was like, okay. But yeah, like I said, I don't care too much. I don't care enough to actually be angry about it. But it does make me a little bit sad.
Yeah, it should have been around the same as the Thierry Henry SPC. I think that would be fine. But that's 14 sections.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, but now it's like 42. Yeah.
It's a good thing FIFA 23 ends on the record. Yeah. It's a good thing FIFA 23 ends on a record-breaking SBC though.
Yeah, well, you never know if EA throws a R9 SBC with 50 sections would be nice. You never know.
No, you never know. But
we'll see. Hopefully not 50.
No, I definitely don't hope so. Oh well. There's no, I'm not gonna go there. Ingve.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to discuss about FIFA 23? Because we have a lot of people sending in questions this week.
We need to mention the Juventus and Liverpool legend Arthur got his objectives card for his transfer to Fiorentina. Double 5-star, 97 rated, high work rates. Looks like an excellent card. Very easy to do. If you actually play the game still, then it's easy to unlock him. So have a look.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's still Arthur, though.
Yeah, legend.
Did he actually play ever for Juventus? He didn't, I think, right?
He played for Juventus. He didn't play that much for Liverpool. Barely half an hour or something.
There wasn't even part of one of those deals where, like, hey, to cover taxes and stuff, we do something with Barcelona.
Pjanic and Arthur.
We give Pjanic to Barcelona for 17 million, and we buy Arthur for 67 million back from Barcelona, and neither of those is ever going to be able to play again in these clubs. Something like that, right?
There were some deals with those two involved, yes. I don't know the exact content, but I know it looked a little bit strange. But hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is, but I'm not going to call him a legend.
Well, okay.
It was a legendary transfer, though.
That's true.
GPM says, one of the best strikers in the game. The other one is CR7. Card does never warrant 42 squads, and he's talking about the Haaland card.
Mm-hmm.
More general stats than CR7. I think doesn't matter who you compare it with, even if you compare it to the 99 Diaby. This Ronaldo card. No card is worth 42 squads, period.
Yeah, it's too much.
Even if R9 got out tonight and got 42 squads, even then I would be like, that's a bit much. But thanks for sending in that question or that remark, Chris.
Well, I can also actually mention something. If you compare the 99 Nkunku, which has 192 squad to do, versus the 99 rated Footies Cristiano Ronaldo, total stats for Cristiano Ronaldo is 515. Nkunku, he is 557. Total in-game stats on Cristiano Ronaldo is 2,499, and Nkunku is 2,643.
Which are insane stats. But this Ronaldo is a killer card nevertheless. But now you make him look silly because of the way you priced him.
Yeah. When you compare the stats, I think he's I actually think he's overpriced. Strange.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a
But
little
then,
bit.
well. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'd love to ask you next time. I don't think we have time for it today. If we have it in the show, I'll come back to it though. Are you one of those person? Oh, well, I'll ask you now, and then we go into more depth next time. Are you one of those persons that is building starter squads already in EAFC? Or
No.
actually, we don't have all the start stats yet, but are you going to?
Nope, I haven't watched any of the leaks. I haven't seen anything official. The database isn't released, so I can't build a squad without knowing how the players look. So I was thinking EA would start announcing the players, at least the top 100 ones, but I haven't. But I think somebody said they all leaked, but I haven't actually looked at the players. So
it's weird when there's a beta as well. You can just check.
Yeah, but the beta stats are usually a little bit different. But the official leaks are not from the beta. They are from somebody kind of, I don't know, code mining the databases or something. I don't know how they get them, but I get the official stats, and they have released them from what I've heard, but I haven't checked them out, and I don't want to start building squads until I actually see what's out. And prices will always be higher than what I think seeing the cards before, because somebody's going to hype them, and then why plan something?
Market, cross marketplace? Or,
No, I don't think the market will be cross play, actually. Not, at least not PC, but Xbox and PlayStation. I think
I confirmed that, right, on the pitch notes.
Don't think so.
Oh, I do think so. Let's take a deep dive. I'll figure that out for the next show.
Yes,
I do think it's got confirmed, because it makes me very anxious.
I used to plan lots of squads earlier years, but when the game was out, the prices were like 10 times higher on the players I wanted. So I'll kind of being a little bit more realistic and see what I can afford when I have some coins to actually buy a few players in the game after doing some trading and stuff in the beginning.
Yeah. I never ever look, honestly, because last time I was like, hey, let's try to figure out a cheap Premier League team. And I think the first two great cards I got were from Bundesliga. I was like, yeah, probably best to do Bundesliga anyway. So.
Yeah. That's things that can happen, yeah.
So, and if I pack Mbappe, all my starter team can just go into the bin and do something else.
Yep.
If you've got a lot of questions, let's have a look. First question. You can start on this one first. It's from our new Skybox owner, Mario. Mario asks, as a new listener and subscriber, I want to learn more about how this podcast came to be. What made you guys start this? And what is your favorite part of running the pod? And what is the worst part of podcasting?
Yeah, we talked about it. I think you were the one that actually came up with the idea, though, because we always talked a lot about FIFA in general and things, and you kind of came up with maybe we should do a podcast. I remember I was a little bit skeptical in the beginning, and then I thought, okay, just jump into it and see it how it is. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. If at least I'll try it, and we kind of got on a really good foot straight away, and it was fun, and we did like 5 shows a week in the beginning as well, I remember.
I do as well. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night thinking about those edits.
Yeah, it was hectical, but it was very fun, but of course it took a lot of time as well, but we had lots of fun. We learned a lot, and the quality has improved quite drastically from the first shows as well. So
at least we hope so.
Yeah, I should hope so. At least audio-wise, it's improved a lot.
Video as well. I almost grew a beard now. Yeah. Well, no, but still. Yeah. You have to check out the video show to check on that one.
Yeah. So, yeah. It was.
What I can say about this period, so I was already doing a podcast about FIFA. So I was on the What the Food podcast. I can name them because officially it's not cancelled, but there hasn't been a show for 2 years now, I think. I did that with some cool guys, to be fair, and I really enjoyed doing that. But I also was the last one to come in, and what I really noticed that it was very much subjective, and I think we needed more objectivity in some of the feedback we gave on certain things, right? And that's what we tried to do with this show. So we said, "Hey, let's try do our own show where we are critical of stuff. Sure, that's fine, but don't go into the negativity. Don't go complaining about stuff too much or like wine and make it PG-13. Let's offer whatever, but make it PG. I think kids should be able to listen to this. And there might be a word there left or right, but generally speaking, I think we try to keep it very nicely. It's not an explicit show, so we try to do that a different way. I think that's the biggest thing. So that's how we started it. Yeah, and I thought it was a good idea to do that every day. Well, still think it's a funny idea, but then we need a lot more patrons to maintain that one, honestly. Ingve, what's your favorite part of running the podcast?
I think it's just being on and talking, having a good time, discussing new things in the game and frustrations and joys and kind of just mentioning things. Then get talking about it. It's like always something new to talk about, and sometimes we complain about stuff, but it's just fun in general. I look forward to doing the podcast. It's like a very nice time during the week to go on, making myself ready and plan a little bit. Yeah, see what topics are discussed. We get some cool questions, and yeah, it's I don't know. It's just very fun for me to do.
Awesome. My favorite part is the community. Waking up on messages, people responding to it, that I listen to the show. The community is the most that's the most enjoyable part of it all. I just like talking anyway. So talking about I made a living out of talking and talking about sports. The microphone isn't that much different from what I do from a day job. So that's why I really enjoyed it. Your least enjoyable part of podcasting?
Having to kind of to be sick and not be able to do the podcast, that's horrible, I think, because it's such fun. And when health is in the way and stopping me, then I think it's really bad because I enjoy it so much. And of course, when EA disappoints us with bad content, that's a little bit annoying as well, because then there's like some of the highlights of talking, the things we talk about on the pod is content, and when it's a quiet week, it's a little bit it's not the same. It's kind of, you're sitting there, I'm kind of disappointed. It shouldn't be, but you've been kind of looking forward to doing this and showing what's cool to our listeners, and then there's like we got the marquee matchups. Sorry guys. But of course, then our community helps with the great questions. At least we can discuss that. There's always something to talk about. But it's not much that's really bad about podcasting at all. It's just not on our side, at least. I think it's more like kind of have to blame EA if they don't give us anything to talk about. So yeah, that's out of our control.
I mean, I agree on everything there. I do a little bit more behind the scenes work, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Which I don't mind doing, like editing audio or like I can, when you show the voice patterns of all the hosts and you would put them in a waveform next to each other, I could pick out without listening to it who is who. That's how often I edit all your voices, right?
Nice.
I can see every or silence, or I can see every hiccup we said, or everything. I can see it at the forms of the graphs, not even listening to it, which means I've been editing a lot. And if there's anything that's not, like, it's not bothering me, but sometimes it's pretty annoying when you do a late show, the files come in late, there's some cleaning up to do, you're tired, it's Friday night, it's now 2 a.m., and you want to make sure the pod goes out in time. Those are the nights where sometimes I'm like, we could go for a full-time producer next to this as well. But there's other areas we're going to invest in, and which people will find out soon enough, I think. So, but that's my only thing. It's a lot of work behind the scenes, which actually nobody sees. I think when we were in Crete doing the live show, I think that was for the people that came there was a little bit of an insight how much work there actually goes, not only to set everything up, get everything going, the studio we have, the technique behind it, figuring out sponsors and stuff. And then you have to make sure after it that everything sounds and looks pretty good as well. And well, I hope you just appreciate that. But that sometimes is a lot of work. And I don't need a thank you or an appreciation from you. But sometimes, like if I see my DMs sometimes or people sending us messages like, oof, if you knew how much time we spent on this, would you actually tell us that way as well? And I'm not getting paid by EA, else we would have hired someone to do the behind the scenes work. Don't worry. Just want to put that out there. So questions like that. If there's anything I really dislike about podcasting or at what we do is sometimes the hate mail we get. And not even like, oh, it was a bad podcast or whatever. I can handle those feedback pretty good. But more like sometimes I get threats and stuff, how, people saying, oh, I know where you live, stuff. And that's the bad side about sometimes being with face on camera and being sort of the face of the podcast at times. But hey, most of it's actually really positive. I'm definitely looking forward to get the AFC started, Ingve.
Yeah, me too.
Wimby, Daniel says, looking back on FIFA 23, was there any skill moves or formations that really started to annoy you when you faced them?
Step overs, people doing them all over the pitch with every player they had. And of course, the kickoff glitch. That's something I kind of hate to face. I don't mind people doing step overs when it's actually kind of useful, but doing step over before each touch of the ball after receiving it with every player all over the pitch, maybe except the goalkeeper, that's super annoying. And of course, people trying to kick off glitches and all game-breaking bugs, kind of exploitations. No matter what it is, it annoys me, of course.
It's not something like skill moves. I don't care. Those kickoff glitches, I think I can defend them pretty well. Can see them coming. That it's being overused, I think that's sort of annoying. But I can deal with anything in the game. But there's the little things I can deal with very badly on the mechanically side. And when you have the ping on, that you can see how much delay you have.
Yeah.
And when you have the controller on, that you can see your input.
Yep.
It's been only overlapping each other since day one, since the demo, since the beta. So if you have the controller on, you can't really see the ping. And that's something where I'm like, how often do we actually have to give feedback that they could just move it a little bit so everyone can see all of these things? It doesn't matter if you're Xbox, PlayStation, there's just no way of seeing them both. Or the fact that some people quit and you don't get a win, and there's nobody actually talking about it on the EA side, why that is actually the case, which makes us unheard and makes us feel neglected on that part. Those are the things that's sometimes really bother me, especially when they do make mistakes. Or, I don't know, this morning I was playing Snap and suddenly my game froze. Couldn't do anything. Like the game worked, but I could press every button, but didn't do anything. Restarted the game, came back in the same match. So it's definitely a server issue part. Going back an hour later, got a message, hey, there was a problem. Here's a little compensation. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's now fixed. Like, okay, thank you. All fine. First time that I saw that happen. Well done. Easy communication. Didn't even need compensation. So that was actually a little bit of a benefit. Like, yeah, that's one way of doing it. And I'm like, I like this far more, just being transparent about it. That's what's really bugging me at times.
Yeah, I hate the draw quitting thing as well. People not getting losses for it, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be dealt with on the new game either. So just
it's not changed in the beta. Just putting it out there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
When do you expect the web app to come out? Nurzic asks.
From what I've heard, I think the web app goes down the 15th of September. So I'm guessing
Next Friday.
Yeah, I'm guessing when the early access is out, we'll get the web
September
app.
22.
Yeah, the same day or the day before, I think we'll get the web app.
Awesome. I'm expecting September 21. Yeah, one day earlier.
Yeah.
But no confirmation given.
Nothing official, but I think it's quite official that the web app will go down the 15th on 23, FIFA 23.
Daniel asks, what did you both learn over the last 12 months that will help you going into EAFC?
Well, kind of learned that it's never too late to learn new tricks.
Oh, good one. Check out footcoaching.com now.
Yeah.
No, I think FOMO. We'll talk about that in a moment as well, because I've got some more questions about that.
Yeah.
But I just play with purpose. I play and I know what I'm going to do when I start the game. And I'm not going to sit in the game to check out what I can do. And that sounds a little bit weird, I'm now realizing. But when I start the game and I know I want to be rivals because I want to get Elite Division for the season, and I just start, I don't even watch anything else, just start the game. That's my purpose of playing. That also means that if there's an objective, I usually hear it from you. Or there's an SPC coming out like, oh yeah, that's true. But what it does mean is that I optimize my playtime. I think I maximize my playtime as well. So when I play, I get the most out of it. And I never feel like I've missed too much or that I go to bed like, oh, I really wanted to do this still. No, because I knew what I was doing before I started the game. I think that's my biggest win. That's how I've been playing FIFA 23. It's definitely how I'll be playing EAFC as well.
Yeah, that's good.
I hope that makes a little bit of sense. You know what also makes a little bit of sense?
No.
A word from our sponsor. So, our sponsoring this week is none other than Knox Sports. You know Knox Sports? Knox Sports is the same tools as used as by Liverpool, Manchester City, West Ham United joined the forces as well. And it's the video analysis tool. And we at Foot Coaching use that, of course, for all our ultimate performance management. Every single coaching session we do it as well. And you can use Knox Sports as well. You can download a free trial to see if it's something for you. You can use the animations, you can analyze your own game, and there's a lot of new subscription models active now. So if you're tired of playing FIFA or EFC without the ads you need, of course you can go to footcoaching.com, but you can also try Knoxport, which is your game changer for ultimate performance. With Knoxport, you can easily tag and analyze your every move and strategies just like the pros do. Enhance your skills, dominate the pitch, and become unstoppable. So level up your game with the Knoxport video analysis software. Download it now, revolutionize your play, and get the winning ads. So check out knoxport.com or send a message at info@footcoaching.com. Getting the commercials out of the way, Ingve. Another question sent in. One of our new supporters, Kirky, sent in a lot of questions, so I got to go through that in a moment. But I think our dear friend O'Bogart sent this question, and he says, John, I know we have discussed this before, but it's a good question for all the listeners as we go into the new season. How do you ensure you keep your FIFA playing hours balanced and stop yourself from playing it too much? I think I gave sort of a hint how I deal with this. What do you do, Ingve? You just never stop playing.
Well, I try to keep a maximum amount of time each day if I have time to play each day. And before I go online, I'll have teams set up and done SPCs, etc., to be able to just go in, log on, play matches. I'm not going to start doing SPCs and things and buying seller players while I'm on the console. I kind of decide, should I go play rivals? Should I play some qualifiers, or should I do some objectives? Play with friends? I decide that before I go online, because kind of going in with being blindfolded, and then there's, oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, this is new. I want to try this. And then kind of you kind of sit there suddenly for 3-4 hours without a break, and then you get exhausted and you don't want to miss anything. So I do the thing I think would be most fun for me to do at that time of day when I go online.
Perfect. Yeah, like I said, I start with a purpose. Usually it's gameplay related for me as well. And I set a time. I should have mentioned that before. But like say I start at 9 and like, okay, I'm going to stop at 11, right? Even if I lost the last match, 11 is when I stop. That makes sure that I don't take results too badly. Say I end on a -1, there's not going to be another one and another one, another one until I finally win. Because, hey, time is hit and I got to go.
Yep.
Also, my time is pretty scarce, so I have to do it like this. But also, if I do end on a high note, it's like, it was actually a pretty good night. And you keep that positive feeling a little bit longer. Whereas if you do win, you're like, I can do one more game. And that's still a loss. You drop everything you've got, right? So start with a purpose and set a timer. That's what I do on when I have to quit. And usually, with me, when I quit, there's some meeting coming after it, so I have to quit. That's as well. So just putting that. But I'm, of course, a little bit more flexible than many other players, of course, all the time because hey, it's the job. So let's go into all the questions actually Nathan sent a response on this. Say the good saying, going to be more casual this year, and then get completely hooked and devote too much time and brain power. I'm not sure that's the right answer, but we still like it. Okay, let's get into questions from Gurki. We can't get through all the questions, realizing that it's already long in the podcast. So let's go a little bit in it. Let's go. Ingve, in previous version of FIFA, is there one player who always makes it to your starter squad?
In previous FIFAs?
Yes.
No. I usually find someone I pack and it's never the same player. So I open the packs and say, okay, this is the coolest card. I want to build a team around that player. That's the way I go. There's no kind of star or fun player that I always go for because it's so different from year to year and prices, etc., etc. And of course, it's nice to start on a different foot each time and not go the same route. It kind of gets boring then.
Let me ask a little different version of the question. Do you always take the same starter nation?
No, never.
I love you, but you know that. No, I think that's what I do as well. I keep it fresh. Although one player somehow, but I doubt it's going to be this year, is always making my squad in the first 2 weeks, and I don't even know precisely why. But that usually is Alexandro. I somehow always have Alexandro as one of my first steady left backs in the game. Even this year, that was the case, which is still remarkable if you look at the card, but I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. I'll try to pay attention not doing that this year. How many versions of a particular icon are going to be available in EAFC 24?
I think we'll only have, was it 2, I think? And then we'll get the kind of special ones and for the promos.
Wasn't there one and then special ones?
Yeah, I think it's just one, actually. Yeah, one starting and then you get special one for promos. There's not going to there's not going to be base and mid, and then you have to wait half a year for the special ones to come. So which is cool. I think it's just one card, and then there will come promo related versions of the icons as the game goes on, which is cool. I think.
Definitely. Yeah, I definitely think that's a good change. Do you ever find yourself changing cameras mid-game if your opponent starts to play a long through balls constantly? They may, for example, change to co-op or track the runs quicker, or that possibly add to confusion and mess up your own game. What camera do you guys play on, and does it change your style of play?
I always use the co-op one, custom settings, high up and zoom out. I go with that every game to see as much of the pitch as I can. And that's been working fine for me, and that's probably one of the first things I do. I just change the camera settings and then start playing.
I do exactly the same. Like 2 peas in a pie. Or I don't even know what. 2 peas in a pot. Damn it. I should edit that out. Never mind. I'll keep that in just so you guys make fun of me and send me fun little text. But yeah, I do the same. So that's co-op camera, and you go to the height settings and you go as high as possible, and you zoom as far out as possible, and you play 10 games and you get used to it, and then you never have to change the camera in game. So the real answer is we never change the camera in game as well.
Nope.
I never really mastered moving the goalkeeper efficiently from left to right. Do you guys have any tips? Because some people I come up against seem to be really good at it.
It all depends on how good you are at multitasking. I don't touch my goalkeepers too much. There are some situations where I kind of feel like that's maybe 80-90% chance of they're shooting in a different corner than I think the goalkeeper will go. Then I just move it manually and hope for the best. Other than that, I don't pay much attention to them because I have more than enough controlling the defenders and do the player switching than continuing to do three things at once. It's not gonna go well for me when playing.
Which is, I think, like knowing what your strength is in it is a very good thing to know as well. So working around that is smart. I do move my goalkeeper always. Every single shot I get a goal, I've moved it. But the tip for me I could give is just move him one step, which is usually enough. Because, for example, if they're on the right side of the box, your goalkeeper will actually move normally one step too far if you look at the goalkeeper ruling, so to speak, to the left side from the goal. So when you shoot, the long corner is actually very open if you would freeze frame. Taking one step into that direction actually closes the gap for a long time. So I usually move one step forward or one step to that long corner. That's it. That's all I do. And usually that's enough to just get the ball anyways. So, if you get used to it, your right finger is already down there. So, but then again, I'm also DJing here with 10 buttons at the same time. So maybe that's why I get used to it.
Yeah, it's something similar I do as well. I usually don't do crazy moving. Just one, like you said, one step towards the long corner. And other than that, maybe move the goalkeeper on if there's a corner. No, not all the time.
Are there going to be more servers available to connect to?
EA hasn't said anything about it. Hopefully they will put up more, but
that's usually a no.
Yep, it's usually a no. They usually have some kind of server news at least once during a game cycle. Yes. But we'll see. They haven't said anything about any adding or removing. So there'll probably be some pitch notes soon, but until then, we just have to wait and see.
Yeah. They're not very forward going without information. Like last night, I finally found out what they were doing with international competitions, esports competitions. And honestly, that looks really bad. But that was released last night, so that's 2 weeks before the start of the game. So I think there's still very much to work at certain details. And I was like, oh yeah, that's something we needed to talk about as well. Because don't you feel the information has been pretty scarce over the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm quite surprised. It's been quiet. It's a new game, new name, new brand. So
every day the tweet says, pre-order here. But that's about all the info we're getting currently.
Yeah, which is a little bit strange, I think. I've heard many of my friends say the same thing. It's like so quiet. Why isn't there anything coming? And maybe EA is working hard behind the scenes, getting things ready. So hopefully lots of information to come the next week.
Right. Two more questions. Kirky asks, I enjoy having a spread for playing champs or rivals. Do people on the Discord join the party chat or anything? I assume something like this would be very good for co-op mode going forward. Yeah, so if you are on the Discord, which you can become, of course, which you can invite to if you're a Patreon supporter, patreon.com/food and review, Then there are some party chats. I think we call it Hangouts.
Yep.
You can just click on it. You're in a voice chat. You turn the camera on if you want to. You can share your screen if you want to. And you can play chat along. And of course, off season, it's a little bit quiet there. But there's been times where we needed to add a couple of more Hangouts because it was so much in demand. So go use it. And if it's used too much, we'll add more. But I think it's definitely something we'll be doing. I never talk while gaming. Except when I play co-op, then I need to talk because else it's chaos and I can't stand chaos.
Yeah, if I play co-op, then I talk to the guy I'm playing with. Other than that, I don't go into random party invites when I'm playing a weekend league or rivals or something like that. I've managed to do it by mistake, and it wasn't a very fun experience. So I'll avoid those. And just keep it with the co-op players I play with.
Definitely. And last but not least, Neuroseeds ask, what's the best looking, as in the most aesthetic, not the best looking stats, card in FIFA? So what's the prettiest card type in FIFA for you?
Well, I have three player cards as favorites. I'll just say I really like the shapeshifter Virgil van Dijk one. It just all the colors fit really nicely, and I like the dynamic and everything.
Doesn't mean you like the shapeshifters, generally speaking.
Not the promo, but
no, but
that card just really really nice with all the colors, just fit really well, really fresh, and I really like the World Cup Showdown cards, especially the one with Angel Correa when where he kisses the trophy when they won the World Cup. That's a beautiful card. But I think the favorite design is actually the one on Team of the Year Jude Bellingham. Just the colors and everything. Design of the card is awesome. So that's the Team of the Year Bellingham card is the one I like the most from design part.
Awesome. I very much like the Team of the Year icon card design.
Yeah, that's nice as well.
With the blue dash through it.
Yep.
I think I like the Trophy Titans even more. These are like really classic designs where they had the sort of same flash in between, but with the red brownish one. There's a little bit of gray in there. But my favorite card design this year, something we've been seeing a lot, is probably the gold World Cup Heroes cards. Just that gold, I don't know, it just piques my interest. I quite like those cards. So those were my favorite designs, I think. But there's a lot of good designs this year.
Yeah.
There's also a couple of absolutely hideous designs. I hated the Centurions, for example, for some reason. I don't like the Future Star ones. It was a bit too much for me. I think the Fantasy, for example, was way too Champions League like-ish. They have a very much preference for blue in these cards.
Mm.
Was it Footballers that had the pink design? Pink with black? Those looked kind of nice, but we hardly saw them, I think.
Yeah.
And there was one more which I remember, and which I shouldn't forget, which I thought was pretty ugly. Oh, yes, the level up cards.
Yeah.
I'm probably just getting too old for that design.
Yeah, it wasn't very.
That was with the arrows and stuff, right?
I didn't like the birthday icon ones with the balloons. For the icons, that didn't work at all for me. That was just plain.
With the balloon text foot saying on the back. Okay, I agree. That was the most idiot design this year. I think we can both agree on that one. Yeah. I forgot about them, but that was like, let's put foot in the back and then do it like balloons, but you can't really see it, so it's going to be FY something, it looks like. Yeah. We're going to awkwardly paste a picture over it, and then because we actually think it's not ugly enough, we make the F balloon, we make it pink, and then we paste a red bar over top because pink and red go beautiful together. Yeah, that was my favorite part for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have good designs, you can afford yourself a bad design. But it was a really bad design. So
yeah, not a fan of those.
Me neither. Talk about fans. don't forget, fans, I want to say thank you to everyone that joined Patreon lately, helped us out. We did a special show on why we needed, and you all heeded that call. So that's very much appreciated. And for all those fans, not only did we start a Patreon community or loyalty program, I should say, and we are, of course, going to Crete, and you're all invited to come over. Just pay your own flight. We take care of your hotel rooms and your breakfast. And I shouldn't forget that there are a whopping 12 episodes of the summer series, which are special series where we highlight some of the fans, give the fans to come on a podcast and talk about why they play foot, how long they are, who are they, and what their favorite players are. And a couple of hosts, of course. And those episodes will all be live next week. There are 7 produced currently. The last 4 are now being worked on and should be live next week. But those are Patreon exclusive. So might release them later in the year somewhere, I think. But for now, we'll definitely keep them exclusive. So there's 11 extra podcasts waiting for you. 12 even, because there's also a special closing one. So, Ingve.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's been a while, but do you still remember what to do next?
I do remember.
So just say it then.
Drop it.
Drop it.
F-U-T. F-U-T. F-F-F-U-T. F-U-T. T. T. Interview. F-U-T.